Hello, dear children. How are you all? Hopefully, you all are happy, healthy, and must be waiting eagerly for our today's story. Very much excited for today's story. So, without delay, let's begin. In a quiet bungalow on the outskirts of a peaceful town lived a man named Mr. Arvind Mehra. He had spent his entire life building an empire of success. His business had flourished, his name carried respect, and his wealth was beyond imagination. Yet, after retirement, something strange happened. The noise of meetings, phone calls, and busy schedule disappeared. Silence took their place. The big house that once felt like a reward now echoed with loneliness. His children were settled abroad. His wife had passed away a few years earlier. Servants came and went, but they were not companions. The television spoke, but it did not listen. Wealth filled his accounts, but emptiness filled his heart. Every morning he sat by the window with a cup of tea, staring at the garden. The flowers bloomed, the trees swayed, but inside him something had withered. One afternoon, while returning from a drive, something unusual happened. As his car stopped at a traffic signal, a tiny sparrow fluttered and sat on the side mirror of his window. It looked fragile, dusty, and slightly injured. For a few seconds, it stared at him, not with fear, but with curiosity. Mr. Mehta felt something stir within him. Instead of shooting it away, he slowly opened the window. To his surprise, the sparrow hopped inside the car and sat quietly on the dashboard. He smiled for the first time in many days. When he reached home, he gently carried the little bird inside. He placed it in a small basket lined with soft cotton. He remembered how his wife used to feed birds in courtyard. He searched the kitchen and found some bajra dalia. Carefully, he placed it in a small bowl along with water. The sparrow hesitated at first, but hunger overcome fear. It ate. The next morning, Mr. Mehta woke up with a purpose. Instead of feeling heavy-hearted, he checked on the sparrow. It chirped softly, as if greeting him. He began collecting tiny insects from the garden, researched about sparrow care, and ensured the little one was comfortable. He spoke to it as if it understood every word. Don't worry, he would say gently. You are safe here. Day turned into weeks. The sparrow healed. Its wings grew stronger. Its chirping became louder. It no longer hid in corners. Instead, it would sit on his shoulder, hop around the table, and even peck lightly at his spectacles. Mr. Mehta started laughing again. The servants noticed the change. The house felt livelier, windows were kept open, a small clay bowl of water was placed outside, bajra was spread daily in the courtyard. One day, as he watched the sparrow flying confidently from curtained rod to window grill, he realized something. It was ready to go. His heart tightened. The old fear of loneliness tried to return. If I let it go, I will be alone again, he thought. But then another thought arose. Love is not possession, it is freedom. With trembling hands, he carried the sparrow to the garden. He opened his palms. For a moment, it stayed. Then it fluttered into the sky. Mr. Mehra stood there for a long time, watching the empty sky. The silence returned, but this time it felt different, calmer, peaceful. The next morning, while he was sipping tea in the garden, he heard a familiar chirp. He looked up. The same sparrow sat on the balcony wall. And it was not alone. Two more sparrows were with it. His eyes widened with joy. He quickly spread bajra on ground, and the three birds hopped down and began eating fearlessly. The following days, 5 sparrows came, then 8. Within a week, the courtyard was alive with fluttering wings and cheerful chirping. A little sparrow he once saved had returned not as a guest but as a bridge. More birds began visiting daily. They nested in the trees. Some built homes under the roof edges. Clay pots filled with water lined the wall. The once silent bungalow turned into a sanctuary of life. Neighbors noticed the unusual gathering of birds. Children from nearby houses started visiting to watch them. Some even helped refill water bowls. The old man who was avoided conversation now had stories to tell. He explained to the children how sparrows were disappearing from cities. He taught them about kindness towards nature. He showed them how even a handful of grain could create joy. Slowly, his house became known as the Sparrow Home. But something deeper had changed within him. He no longer counted money, he counted chirps. He no longer waited for phone calls. He waited for the flutter of wings every morning. One evening, as he sat under the neem tree in his garden, watching dozens of sparrows settling there into their nest, he realized a profound truth. He had not rescued the sparrow. He, the sparrows had rescued him. He was lonely. His loneliness had transformed into belongings. His emptiness has transformed into purpose. He understood that life does not end with retirement. It simply asks us to redirect our love. Years later, when visitors asked him the secret of his happiness, he would smile and say, I opened a window and life flew in. And this ways our story ends. What we learn from today's story? Let's discuss this also. The moral of the story is kindness always return multiplied. A small act of compassion can grow into abundant blessings. Okay? So don't forget, kindness always returns multiplied. One more thing we learn, love means giving freedom. True care is not about holding one, but letting go with trust. Loneliness reduces when we connect with nature. Nature has healing power if we open our hearts to it. And purpose can be found at any stage of life. Retirement is not the end. It can be the beginning of meaningful living. And one more thing which we learn, we receive what we give. The old man gave shelter to one sparrow and received an entire family in return. And so the rich man who once felt he had everything yet nothing discovered that true wealth is not measured in bank balances, but in living hearts around us. So this is all about our today's story. Hopefully you all must have enjoyed today's story. Please do share this story with your friends, relatives, neighbors, cousins, school friends, everyone. Do subscribe to our channel. We'll meet tomorrow with a new story. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Lots of blessings.